Anime Zone High School of the Dead anime review. If you've known Kip for any period of time, you'll know that I have a little soft spot for this anime.
Today on the Anime Zone, a review of High School of the Dead, an anime about zombies.
Yeah.
It's Japan's first take on the zombie apocalypse genre, following a group of survivors battling the vast army of the undead with a cast of highly trained supermodels.
Wait, was this actually... This wasn't the first zombie anime. There's no way. Interesting.
Complete with over-the-top, balls-to-the-walls, physics-breaking action, as if the whole thing was programmed in the fucking Matrix.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Matrix...
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
The infamous scene. I'm pretty sure this is actually mirrored for copyright.
Whoa.
That's not how that works. In fact, I think someone did the math. Like, they would actually probably, I think, fly off or something like that. There's actually, like, if they were moving that fast, like, huge negative repercussions. It's not possible. The intro slaps. It's good. This intro is absolutely just awesome. I love it. It's got a good vibe. That's gonna get copyrighted.
At this point in time, the zombie genre is a concept that has been done to death in the Western media, invading movies, comic books, video games, and even novels, where it's got to the point that all you need to do to advertise something is slap some zombies in it, and the thing will sell out as if it came with complimentary biscuits and blowjobs.
I'm not going back on that image. Nope. Red Dead Redemption 1 had a zombie DLC, right? Point in case.
Surprisingly enough, though, there hasn't really been any anime centered around the zombie apocalypse, even when the medium of anime gives the Japanese the chance to play with new and original takes of existing genres, or explore imaginative settings that couldn't have been presented in any other medium, which would have been perfect for a reimagining of the zombie genre. And then along comes...
I'm pretty sure we have, what is it? The bucket list anime at the time of recording. This is the bucket list anime this season, where the zombie apocalypse happened, and it's the dude just trying to get the 100 things off his bucket list. Right. Like, I mean, that's how you do that.
High School of the Dead, a zombie apocalypse set in fucking high school. Shine on, Japan, shine the fuck on. High School of the Dead is a 2010 anime done by Studio Madhouse, and follows the progression of a zombie apocalypse seen through the eyes of Takashi Komuro, who's basically a clone of Kazuki from Booster Ranking, but then again, I'm pretty sure super serious spiky-head high school boy takes up around 90% of all anime protagonists.
Yeah.
Anyway, one day while Takashi is busy pondering why pinky promises made in elementary school don't equal guaranteed sex, and casually pretending to converse with a girl despite the fact that her face is up here and not down there.
It's so true.
He bears witness to a zombie attack by what seems to be a zombie version of Bill from accounting. From there on, panic ensues at school as everyone gets involved in a massive biting frenzy, and before you know it, the whole school has become an infected pit of dead flesh before you can say,
"You've got red on you."
From here, Takashi must rise to the challenge as he forms a ragtag team of survivors and faces the biggest challenge of his life, trying to keep his fucking dick in his pants with a bloody sex parade constantly waving in his face 24/7.
So here's the thing about this, and I hope he mentions this. The dub team for this was absolutely insane. That was specifically episode 6. The bathhouse one was episode 6. There's a transition in there, which the nerd Hirano, he like straight up, just like in the sub, he says something like actually like on character. When he has a nosebleed when he opens a window, but like in the dub, like I shit you not, he's like, I like turtles. The dub team was off the rails on this one. It was perfect.
And maybe surviving the oncoming apocalypse in the process. The show plays out like your typical zombie survival story, with a group of unlikely heroes teaming up to battle hordes of the undead, wearing short skirts that cover about 1 millimeter of skin, while along the way hinting at the fact that the real monster in all this is instead mankind itself. And in the end, the cast is what you get if you cross a zombie apocalypse with your typical harem ecchi anime. You have Takeshi, who starts off as the unwilling spiky-haired hero who's thrown into a situation where he is forced to fight for survival and transforms into the confident, badass leader who's not afraid to kick ass and take names while occasionally asserting his authority by bitch-slapping the odd girl. Ray, the annoying cock tease of a heroine who flips between bitchy, stuck-up girl who just lost her boyfriend to helpless, needy damsel in distress.
I mean, like, so Ray was one of those that, like, you could actually see the trauma take hold of her. And, like, it really, just, like, the characterization for an ecchi anime is actually kind of great in this. Like, I unironically watch it for the plot. Because, like, it deals with people coping. It deals with people coming to terms with actions they've committed. Sayako has an episode. It was the one that leads up with her and Takeshi up on the the shrine, right? That one. I think it was episode 9 specifically. But like, there's a scene where like zombie kids approach Sayako, the badass, the purple hair one, and she just freezes, and then it gets into her character. Like, there's actually a lot of characterization in it, and I actually really thoroughly enjoyed it.
So suffice to say, she needs the occasional bitch slap to keep her in line, and again, and again.
Yeah,
and not just because I can.
They're not shy about it. Amazing. Awful.
Takagi, the brains of the group, who is the type of girl that will fuss over her makeup and try to look pretty and put on a strong facade in front of the guy she likes.
Wait, what? Facade? You mean facade? Hold up, wait, what was the sentence?
Type of girl that will fuss over her makeup and try to look pretty and put on a strong facade in front of the guy she likes.
I think he means facade. Unless I've been saying it wrong all these years.
But she forgets that in real beauty, it's the inside that really counts. Her dreadful personality.
Yeah.
Kota, the chubby nut who's secretly
This guy, yeah.
a badass with guns, giving the viewer some hope that all that time dicking around a Call of Duty may actually come in useful one day. Sayako, the badass swordswoman who happens to think that dressing like a porn star is the most practical battle attire, a lolicon because there wasn't enough pandering in the show, and finally... Now, if
The teacher is just off the rails.
you've heard anything about this show or its infamous reputation, you may be expecting me to rip it a new bollocks. So allow me to surprise some of you by saying in some ways I actually enjoyed this anime, in the sense that it was just pure mindless fun.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if you go looking at this, like, as, say, like, Vinland Saga, or if you look at this, like, continuity like Dragon Ball or Naruto, or if you look at this like maybe like analyzing Code Geass and how the alternate universe, the Re 1, Re 2, Re 3, and Re 4, like if you look at those, you're gonna have a bad time. If you go into this for just mindless fun with like an interesting subplot, I think you're gonna have a hell of a good time with it. It's so funny.
Yes, characters were typical, story predictable, and completely shallow, but it never tries to hide what it's trying to be and does exactly what it says on the tin, with the tin saying hot high school girls fighting hordes of zombies with plenty of blood wearing skimpy school uniforms. P.S.
Yeah,
This is
that's a good summary actually.
Popcorn flick through and through and makes no attempt to disguise it. The plot is nothing we haven't seen before in previous zombie flicks, but it does well to portray the panic during the rise of the zombie infestation and post-apocalypse. This keeps us interested in what happens and how society breaks down in a dying world. Characters are pretty much one-dimensional and are only really there to fill in their stereotypical roles of kicking ass, flashing skin, or being fucking useless.
Wait a minute. Yeah, she's kind of a ditz. She's kind of a ditz. I'm actually curious if she's going to cover the OVAs in this, because there were 2 OVAs, I think. Can't reach my collector's edition. Yes, I have the collector's edition. It was like on sale for like $20, like in like 2017. No, it's like 2015. But yeah, I own it. I have to see how many OVAs there are. There's 1 or 2.
Yes, but honestly, you don't go into a summer blockbuster expecting Oscar material, and its best points, it's a fun and entertaining show to watch. Animation is also top-notch, which is especially evident during the very well-executed action scenes, in which all of the high school kids apparently tap into their inner B-movie action hero and spontaneously transform into the cast of The Expendables.
Yeah.
With tits. This
Yeah.
resulted in some heart-pounding, over-the-top, balls-to-the-walls action reminiscent of my experience with Black Lagoon, another series done by Madhouse where the action scenes were stupid, defied the laws of physics, and were ridiculous to look at, yet were bloody awesome.
Oh, it's
Hold
so
on a
good.
second. Over-the-top action, a cast of stupidly attractive female characters, explosions, a scene with the president. This is a Michael Bay movie.
Kind of is, though.
I stayed up late on the night before the...
No, wait. It needs some Linkin Park.
I love that. Oh boy, we do need to think. I like that Chad is just like concerned. Kip, how do you know so much about this? You have to understand. In high school, like so I'm very particular about the anime I watch. There's a reason like I don't watch a lot of new stuff. And it's not because I hate it. It's that I'm very like particular. Like I have to actually get myself into something. I have to immerse myself in something. And High School of the Dead was one of the earliest instances of that. Didn't help that it was available on Xbox Live because like, you know, they had their Xbox 360 storefront with like movies and anime and shit. And like it was there. So I mean, I just watched it and it was really, really fucking funny. It was awesome. Pretty on point considering the U.S. education. Yeah, you kind of... Yeah, no, pause champ before the Linkin Park. You gotta. And I'm a little worried about copyright, so I'm getting that button ready.
I stayed up late on the night before the day everything came...
There we go. Yep, there it is. Oh my god. It kind of works though.
Mr. President, you have to enter the code.
Fire! What the fuck's going on?
No, that's accurate. That's the
of course,
show.
There's no way to go through this review without talking about the fan service. So, as for that, I thought I said all I needed to about ecchi shows in my Ikkitosen review. But with High School...
I haven't even seen the it's been like a decade since I've heard about Ikkitosen, actually. I've never actually watched it. Yeah, no, there's a... Don't you worry, there's fan service.
Of the Dead, it's a slightly different case, since if it went without the borderline pornography, it wouldn't totally suck. No pun intended. See,
Nice.
The show itself is actually quite well done, and without the fan service, it would have been a respectably entertaining series.
Yeah.
But any chance of it getting taken seriously is thrown out the window when the creators thought to themselves, you know what, we could create a fun yet respectable anime that takes a serious look at a post-apocalyptic zombie-infested world, but fuck that. This is going to be watched by guys. Guys have dicks like these, so let's throw them a bunch of tits and wait for our big pile of money.
No, it's just supplementary material. It just supplements the initial material, so it's all good. Like the shit, like it's actually a really fucking good time underneath all that. You could cut out you could censor probably all of the actual like fan service, and you could still probably enjoy it just as much. It's actually really good. Was it written by an HR artist? I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that he had roots as an HR artist.
This results in some of the most distracting and downright annoying ounces of fan service that breaks any kind of immersion you may have had in any serious scene.
Yeah.
See, as much as I like to rant about fan service, I'm all for it as long as it doesn't get in the way of the actual good stuff. And
Yes, absolutely. Pause champ. No, you become... It's like if you become like original 2 lover, like the animation, right? Where if fan service is the only thing you do, okay, you have like an niche, you have like a singular niche, but you don't quite have the full presentation. I don't know if 2 Lover Darkness fixed that. I really don't know. I haven't seen it, right? And that, but if you don't have legs to stand on, you're kind of just there, like, okay, this is fun. I can go to some funny little website and watch the same thing, if not more, right? However, it's the fact that it has a good story along with it that both of these kind of just like feedback on each other just to make a better project.
And in High School of the Dead, they waved in your face whatever the setting, context, or tone a scene may be in, creating what I'm pretty sure what is a new concept in modern cinematography of the classic breast eye view shots.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on, the camera angle is always situated at the most revealing position possible. And on a side note, my belts are longer than these fucking shorts.
Yeah. Takagi's just built different.
Where was I again? Oh yeah, breasts. Every
Nice.
breast in the show seems to have their own physics engine. By that, the anime completely ignores an old invention called the bra. Boobs are almost large enough to collapse in on themselves to create a singularity, and each individual
Yeah, this anime has no chill. There is no censorship.
boob has a mind of its own, with the slightest nudge apparently signaling the start of a breast rave party. And also, tits cannot do this.
No, they can't.
I think. And this is a real shame, because there is a
I think no. I'd have to track it down. Someone did math that out though.
lot of good in the show, which is easily overshadowed by the fucking tits waving in your face. For the subject of dubs or subs, this is a tricky one actually. On one side, the sub is just better acted, but
Yes.
on the other hand, the dub is just a lot more fun. You can tell the translators were having fun since the script is heavily rewritten, adding a variety of pop culture references from Romero films to Sarah Palin jokes. I'm not even joking.
No.
And also adding the word fuck to every
He's not joking. He's really not.
few sentences. So take your pick. Would you rather have a more refined, better acted version, or one that doesn't take itself too seriously and is just having fun? Because as we know, adding the word fuck makes everything cooler and funnier.
It's fucking Sunday.
Yeah.
And I've got to go to fucking work in 4 fucking hours because every other fucker in my fucking department is fucking ill. Now, can you see why I'm so fucking angry?
That's a mood. God, I feel that.
Fuck yeah.
Overall, High School of the Dead was a mixed bag of fun. It really is nothing but mindless entertainment, but it knows what it is and never tries to be anything more than that. So if you've got some time to waste and want to watch zombies getting splattered to some well animated and choreographed action scenes, then go right ahead. Just make sure you have your fan service filters on, because you will get exposed to so much of this shit,
Yeah.
your body is sure to start an immunity against it.
Yeah.
Currently, High School of the Dead is licensed by Sentai Filmworks and is available through legal streams at Netflix, Hulu, or the Anime Network. And just in case you're one of those twats who skip right to the end of the review to see the score without actually watching it, well, here's my review in a nutshell.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, the theme is as epic, actually. Signals minute scripting. Yeah, no, it's great. I fucking loved this. Now, High School of the Dead is an experience. It really is. And it's definitely one of those that I watch for the plot. I unironically watch stuff for the plot. I can kind of like immunize myself to that. So I'm not just like, oh yeah, no, fan service here, fan service here, fan service. I actually look a little deeper at the story and stuff. And honestly, I had a good time with it. It was pretty funny. The OVAs do technically exist. I don't know where they fall in canon, to be fair. I'm actually surprised he didn't mention the OVAs. This was done 10 years. It might have been before the OVAs released then. And unfortunately, we will not see, as it stands, we will not see any sort of sequel or continuation with High School of the Dead because the original artist did pass away, and there is a respect for the artist, respect for the original writer thing, where because he has passed, people aren't going to want to pick it up. Which totally makes sense, and I respect it. But we still have this absolute, piece of art to enjoy. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. I thought this was going to be a good Gigguk video that we could watch together. We could go over Kip's taste in anime, and I've probably revealed a little too much about my taste with liking Sayako the best, but I mean, take that as you will. Twitch chat now knows that Sayako Busujima and C2 are right up my alley. And let the artist go wild with that. But yeah. What were your thoughts? Keep it civil, keep it PG, all that fun stuff. I might age rate this just to be safe with YouTube advertisers. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed it, all that fun stuff, and I will see you if you're on YouTube in the next one. Have a wonderful day. If you're on stream, give me just a second.